I found a receipt in my husband's jacket while doing laundry. $450. A wire transfer. No memo. Sent on a Tuesday afternoon when he told me he was in back-to-back meetings. I put the receipt back in the pocket. I put the jacket in the closet. And I said absolutely nothing. Then I started looking. What I found over the next 3 weeks changed everything I thought I knew about my marriage and forced me to make a decision I still think about every day. My husband and I have been married for 4 years, together for 6. Before me, he was married for 2 years to a woman named Claire. They divorced before I ever met him. No kids. He described it as amicable. She moved to another city. He almost never mentioned her. After I found that receipt, I went back through our shared banking app, an account we both have visibility into, and searched carefully. Over 14 months, I found 11 transfers, always between $300 and $600, always on weekdays, always to the same external account. Total, $4,850. He had never mentioned it, not once. I want to be honest about how I felt in that moment. It wasn't anger exactly. It was something colder than that. It was the specific feeling of realizing that a conversation has been happening for over a year that you were never supposed to know about. I didn't confront him yet. I needed to understand what I was confronting first. I called a friend who works in financial compliance and described the pattern without using any names. She said it looked like regular, deliberate transfers designed to stay under automatic bank flagging thresholds. She said the pattern was intentional. That word sat with me for days. 3 weeks after I found that first receipt, I sat down with my husband after dinner, and I said very calmly, "Can you walk me through our finances from the last year? I want to understand where everything is going." He went through everything comfortably. Mortgage, utilities, subscriptions, savings. He did not mention the transfers, so I put my phone on the table. I had the banking app open, scrolled to the first transfer. "What's this?" I asked. He went very still. Then he said, "I was going to tell you." I waited. What he told me was this. Claire had been in a serious car accident 17 months ago. She had significant medical debt and was unable to work for several months. She had reached out to him, not to rekindle anything, he said, but because she had no one else and was desperate. He said he felt responsible, not because of anything romantic, but because they had been close, and because he was in a position to help, and because he didn't know how to explain it to me without it seeming like something it wasn't. So he said nothing for 14 months. I sat with that for a long time. Here is where the story gets complicated, because I've told this to friends and gotten completely opposite reactions. Half of them say, "That's actually kind of beautiful. He helped someone in need." The other half say, "He lied to you for over a year. That's a betrayal regardless of the reason." And both of those things feel true to me simultaneously. We went to 3 sessions with a couples therapist. The therapist made a point I found useful. The issue wasn't the money. The issue was that he made a unilateral decision about our shared finances and a unilateral decision about what information I deserved to have. For over a year, he agreed. He said he'd been wrong. He said he would have made the same choice again, but handled it differently. I'm not sure those two things can both be true, but that's what he said. We're still together. The transfers have stopped. Claire is back on her feet. And we now have a monthly check-in about finances that neither of us skips. I don't know if I've fully forgiven him. I think forgiveness is a longer road than people describe it. But I know this. The version of my marriage I thought I had and the version I actually have are not the same. And I'm still deciding what to do with that. I'm sharing this because I think a lot of people have moments like this, where you discover something that doesn't fit neatly into a category of wrong or right, and you have to figure out what it means for you specifically. Was he wrong to help her? I don't think so. Was he wrong to hide it? Yes, clearly. Does the reason change the act? I genuinely don't know. These are the questions I'm sitting with. I genuinely like to know what you think. Not to judge my marriage, but because I think this is a situation a lot of couples face in different forms. When does privacy become secrecy? When does good intentions stop excusing the method? Leave me your honest take. And subscribe. I post new stories every week and I read every comment.